Gonna climb up the back way today, YouTube. Been coming through this way on the fixed gears a lot, and eventually remembered that there is a parking garage over here that gets me up this bicycle laneless hill with a lot less struggle, and of course with a lot fewer cars behind me. Yeah, these alleys are obviously a nice alternative as well. Probably take these more often now that I remember these are here. I used to live a little bit closer to this area, so I had all kinds of little tips and tricks for getting around here by bike a little bit easier. I just don't utilize many of them these days. This is a pretty useful one. I want to save some energy. Bonus points on the weekends because I'm pretty sure this is exclusively used by one of these medical centers near here. And they must only work Monday to Friday, because on the weekends this place is empty. Yeah, there's some residential here. Like there's condos here, but they're not directly connected to the parking garage. It's a little bit of hotels, but they're also not connected and have their own parking garages. So it's got to be just this medical center. It's apparently only Monday to Friday. Must just be administrative or something, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking. You could be listening to music right now, YouTube. Instead, you're listening to me. Chatter on. Man, I only ever think about it after I turn on here, but this railroad crossing down here gets dicier and dicier every day. Depending on what the parking is like, I may have to take it real slow. Someone back there figured out how their horn works. Good for them. It's a happy day in a motorist life. It's perfectly natural. Don't be ashamed. It's a part of your car. It's designed to be used. Free stuff. Come and get it, YouTube. Keeping a nice even pace today. Although I suppose I don't really need to. I don't have to save up my energy for potential road rage coming up behind me anymore. My whole route is either bike lane or super wide shoulder or straight up bike path. So fucking happy about this tiny little section of trail. In fact, I very much didn't need to record today. You're not going to see anything you haven't seen before. And I just showed you this section of trail that I'm already yapping about. But fuck you, I'm excited. You're coming with me. In fact, I think I'm a little too excited. I'm sure I've talked about my allergies before. We are still in prime pollen season. Flonase has been my drug of choice, and I neglected to use it today. However, I did do an extra saline nasal rinse. This is actually the first time I've done that this season. Just because I did have, some crusties and a little bit of mucus buildup, even in spite of the Flonase. So we use the saline rinse to clear that out. And then I was going to do the Flonase afterwards, but I figured, we'll skip it. You can usually safely skip a day without too much trouble. So I figure, why not? But I think I may have also, in addition, forgotten to brush my teeth this morning, which is less okay. That's all right. We're just going to see family. They'll live. Looks like there's baseball happening. Gross. Yeah, baseball tried to trick me into liking it when I was a kid. Around here was one of the very few places you could get actually good beef hot dogs. So early on, I associated it with the hot dogs. They were delicious. But then I noticed how boring baseball was and figured out that I could get good hot dogs other places. That might have been a very particular quirk of my upbringing. My mom was pretty anti-hot dog. So maybe she just went out of her way to make sure we didn't get the good stuff at home. I don't know. Jesus. Well, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure I just ran over my first chipmunk of the season. Had two of them, one right after the other, where they were just chilling in the middle of the path, sitting perfectly still right up until I was about to pass them, and then they dart right underneath my tires. Of course, because they were sitting still, I didn't see them till the last minute. Nothing I can do either way. Hope he's not hurt too badly. He, she. Whatever the chipmunk may identify as. Whew. Been riding relatively slow bikes lately. It feels nice to put some speed on. Even if, again, I'm not really hammering it too hard. $15.5, that's not, fast. But that's about my cruising speed. Oh, he's on a slight uphill this way too. I think we'll stop and get a picture at the bridge here. Got to get a thumbnail picture for you, YouTube. strain too hard. We're about to stop. I'm sorry. This dude is just struggling along on this bike with super fat tires on it. I don't know if that qualifies as a fat tire bike or not. They're huge though. Oh, well, those bigger than my 45s? I think they are. I just glanced at him as he rolled past me. But just based on the way the fork looked, it looked like fat tires. I don't know. In any case, it does not look like a lot of fun to ride on the pavement like this. But he's getting a workout though. Legs are going to be nice and strong after he recovers from that. Well, it looks like I won't be able to catch up to him to ask. Nothing but smiles on the new bike trail, baby. Let's go. Headwind out of nowhere, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I got beautiful new tarmac. And a whole separate path all to myself. You give me all the headwinds you can muster. Just so much more pleasant of an experience. Yeah, full copperfish review of this section of trail. 100% Fox News verified unbiased reporting. 10 out of 10. Would ride again, will ride again repeatedly. Pay no mind to the actual criticisms I have actually voiced out loud very recently. Actual verified patriots rate this trail 10 out of 10 or else. Interesting. Looks like they're putting up more metal piping. Just fencing, it looks like. Okay. Cool. Pass it on your left. Probably should have called that out a little sooner. I figured they were going to stop. I didn't figure they were going to go all the way to the left of the path before they did so. Should have known. I also kind of thought they noticed me, but it's apparently wrong in that regard too. Oh well. All's well that ends well. Like I said, 10 out of 10. No notes from me, but some other riders may have complaints. Doesn't necessarily make them traitors, but they're basically traitors. It's all right, dude was out here in jeans and a polo shirt, tucked in by the look of it. Well, there's that headwind again. It's a little bit more discouraging out here, but that's all right. Camera will probably die before I get to my destination, which is fine. Usually cut it off before then anyway. Not trying to dox my family members to the, 20 people that actually watch my long form videos. Just hope I notice it, because it's much easier to line up my audio if I can at least roughly line up my video to the same time. A lot less guesswork and adjusting I have to do. I can sync it up in the moment. It looks like Insta360 finally released their own mic. That might be worth getting, just for ease of use. I've only kind of glanced at them, so I don't know. I don't really have the money for it anyway, and this thing is suiting its purposes just fine. As long as I'm careful with it and use it properly, I get good audio out of it. At least good enough for what I do. So I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing to upgrade anytime soon. I just noticed that became a thing soon. Or it became a thing recently. And I wish it had been a thing when I was buying my camera. Again, it's really just an annoyance. Like I said, it's just that I have to manually sync up my mic audio to my video. The only other way of doing it, with this mic anyway, is they make a preamp for it. But I believe you would have had to had the preamp hooked to the camera in order for it to sync with the mic audio. And this is an action camera. And I'm already mounting it to my bike at the ends of poles and weird shit like that. So adding weight / complication to that equation was not something I really wanted to do. I think I was looking at some kind of way to Bluetooth link it directly to the camera. And I don't remember why, but I do remember I decided that just wasn't feasible or worth the effort. I think the only thing I ever got it to actually successfully pair to, the microphone, was my phone. So like, I can record to my phone, but my phone isn't synced to my camera. So I just have audio files on my phone instead of on the microphone, which again is just adding an extra step. I don't need to do that. I don't do anything on my phone in terms of video production. I do it all on my PC. So there's just no reason for it. Except for the syncing. And even just the preamp cost alone, I mean, you're talking like a $200 piece of hardware just to avoid a little bit of annoyance. There are some extra bells and whistles and features, I guess. But again, my purposes are very simple. I just want a dedicated mic that'll do a decent job of cutting out the sound of assholes driving past me at 70 miles per hour. Oh, and the wind too. Yeah, I guess the wind. But mostly right now, the assholes. Yeah, obviously the camera's onboard mic leaves something to be desired, even when I'm up close to it. It does a surprisingly good job of catching my voice under most circumstances. But the big one was the behind the back third person camera mount. That just puts the camera way too far away. No matter what circumstances I'm in, it's way behind me. I'm facing the opposite direction. That mic is not picking up my voice. No matter what I do. So the external mic became pretty much a necessity at that point. At least if I wanted to talk to you fine people. And I did. I got things to say, YouTube. Plus, I got to entertain myself on these rides while I'm recording somehow. Can't listen to music unless I want to cut it out and just have you listen to silence. I suppose I could dub in music like I already do. But shush. You're going to listen to me, and you're going to like it. Or you're going to do what most people seem to do and just watch my shorts where you don't have to listen to my voice 99% of the time. Camera's still going. church here and turn it off. It's a good cut spot. All right. Adios, YouTube.